All right, so you see my widescreen, which is 3440 by 1440, 240 hertz, QD OLED. And then you see a 4K, it's 3840 by 2400, which is a 16 by 10 ratio, or 48 by 13 to be exact. But it's either 13 or 18, I can't remember. But there's the two monitors, okay? One's a 21 by 9, the other one is, we'll just call it a little bit more, a 16 by 10 for 4K, okay? So, anyway, the 4K one is only 60 hertz, but it's a glossy, okay? And those two bright stars, they're stars, they're not from the lights. So, why am I doing this? Well, I'm going to show you two things. I'm going to do some benchmarking, okay? But I'm going to show you how I do it. So, if I go here to the main monitor, and you do a right mouse click, you go down to display settings. Okay, and I'm going to make it a little bit larger so you can read it. Anyway, one is the main monitor, okay? So, let me just close this off. This is main monitor. This is where I'm going to do all the gaming. I want to run benchmarks on the RTX 4070 Super, okay? That's in this fantastic computer. It has the Ryzen 7 7800 X3D. I got 32 gigs of RAM, DDR 6000, and 4 terabyte SSD. If you look at the, so this is ranked a 9.4, okay? But the SSD is a 9.7. Graphics are 9.9. The only thing that's slowing down is the processor and the memory, okay? Get a faster processor and memory picks up a little bit too. All right, I'm debating on that. I'm getting a new video card shortly, and it's the RTX 5080. So that's why I'm doing these benchmarks, okay? And by the way, this is the Aero tool. This is from winaero.com. Anyway, close that down. Now, I'm going to be doing a test on this monitor and on this monitor. And you ask, well, how can I do that? I mean, there's no way. Well, there is way. So let's say if I want to run Heaven's Benchmark, okay? Or even I'll go here. I'll go into PC. Okay, program files 86. I am just going to do some Tomb Raider stuff, benchmarks, and then of course, let me go down here to UEngine. All right, I got the Heaven Benchmark, Sanctuary Topics, but I'm not going to show you all the way through the benchmarks, okay? I'm just going to take pictures of what it scored on one monitor and the other. And you said, well, that's not fair because this is 240 hertz and the smaller monitor is only 60 hertz. That's a 4K and that's the, 2.5K. Well, I will fix that, okay? And this is how you do it. So when you run tests, and this is the main monitor, this one right here, what happens is it'll automatically set the 3440 by 1440. But the trick is this: right mouse click, display settings, left mouse click. You see that number 2? So I had this right, I move to the left, and then I go to this monitor, okay? So if I hit 2 and make this my main display, that's it. That's all you have to do. So when I run Heaven's Benchmark again, instead of doing it here, you do the custom settings over here, the 4K at 60 hertz. And you get samples from both, because I got a 4K monitor, which is 240 hertz, and I'm going to compare it to the RTX 4090. So that's what the test is, a 5080 against the 4090. Now the 4090 is ranked second, the 5080 is ranked third, okay? But same processor, same memory. One is a 670E main board. This one is a 650, okay? Both Asus. They're both water cooled. The other system has a 280. This one has a 360, okay? But they have the same temperatures. In fact, this is running a little bit cooler than the other one. Of course, it's a little bit bigger case, but the other one is a traditional big A or EATX case, okay? And it has a lot of Corsair fans on it. But that's a test. And I'll have a couple of videos showing everything like that. So I'll finish this, and then you're going to see a whole bunch of pictures describing, and I'll take some pictures and then I'll show some numbers and stuff. And then you can decide if it's well worth to keep your RTX 4070 Super compared to the RTX 5080, and how it stacks up against the RTX 4090. So thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day. So here is the RTX 4070 Super just before I took it out. I gotta click on here. And now that's replaced with the RTX 5080. This is a Gigabyte. That's an Asus card. Okay. This is the Aero overclocked. The white do match everything else in there. I thought it was a little bit off white, but it works out. That gray is basically a tinted white. And this is with the lights on. From the case. It doesn't look like it. I don't have all the lights on above me, but just showing you the temperature. And that's before I started benchmarking, okay? So now I'm going to show you a spreadsheet. And I'm going to quit preview. And I'm going to go to my spreadsheet. So here are the numbers. And I am going to make this a full screen. Entire screen. Okay. Well, maybe not. I'm trying to make it larger. Well, anyway, let's get out of that full screen. I thought it would help. It didn't. Okay, I'll just do it like this. It's not making it smaller. Yeah, I'll just do it like that. Okay, so if you look at it, here's the 5080 numbers, 4090, 50. So the 3440 by 1440 is faster than the 4K, which is normal, all right? But as you can see, the 4090 is still ahead of the 5080. And on the Super, the 4K is faster with the 4070 Super. And then, of course, that's faster than the 4070 Super 4K. And just to show you the programs I run, I used Heaven Benchmark 4, the FPS. So the only difference is the 5080 was in front of the 4090, which surprised me. Okay, that's 2749 score, and the 5080 had a 2865. Okay, the highest one was the 5080 at the 3440 by 1440, which is normal. If I ran at 1080, it would be even quicker. But I ran it at those two only because they were the more taxing. And if you also notice on Heaven's Benchmark, the frames per second, I told you that this edged out to 4090K on the superposition. Yeah, it was all correct. Okay, that's the order it is. And there's the scores. And then if you look at the Tomb Raider, now Tomb Raider taxed the CPU quite a bit. It was getting in the 70s, mid 70s. Okay. And I didn't see that before with this 4070 Super. The GPU stayed cool with those three fans, but I noticed that the CPU was taxed more. So what I'm thinking is I may have to upgrade the processor. I'm trying not to because look at the numbers. If you look at it, 268. Now, this is the only oddity, okay? 34 by 1440 was slower than the 4K on the uh, on the 4090. And I said, well, that makes sense because that 3440 was faster than the 4K on the 5080. Okay. So this is correct. The only other thing is 4070 gave good numbers at 209, but 209 compared to 268, and then a 160 or 183, the 163 to 242. Okay. And same thing here. So 113, 174, 201, 241, 281. So the 3440 is always faster, and that's why I'm going to game on the other one. I'm pretty happy with the numbers. It is behind the 4090 at 4K. And the thing that that shocked me was even with the 60 hertz monitor, okay, I was still getting good numbers. So if you look at the 4K on the 5080, 201 compared to 241. But if you look at over here on the 4K, it's almost double that of the 4070 Super. And then the same thing with the 3440. So it almost doubled. That's a 281, that's a 174. And the same thing here. So the Heavens Benchmark is what I really consider. Superposition is good. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is good. They got new stuff that you can watch online. But the 184 at what I call 2.5K, and then the 4Ks, the 4090 above the 5080, which is normal. Just like the what was it? The 3090 Ti was faster than I think the 480. But yeah, you get the picture. Okay. So there you have the benchmarks. That's done. And I'm going to close window. I am now going to the next video. Okay, here's a quick video. There's a new RTX 5080 in there. All right. Little widescreen right there where you can see the widescreen and stuff. it's about the same. GPU is just a little bit warmer, and the CPU is a little bit warmer too, but I just got done running a lot of tests, right? So it's also in the afternoon, but when it gets sundown, then it gets cooler. So it was running like 48, 49 before I started running the test. It's in the mid-afternoon, 3 o'clock, so the sun is up. It's going to get warm. It might rain, it might not, I don't know. But the case is looking good. And it's not blue, but that's the way this camera thinks it is, okay? Anyway, just to show you what I did for benchmarking, I did it with, and this is what you have to do. If you want to try different screens, okay, the 4K, so everything's working good. This is matte screen, this is glossy, okay? I could show you some neat graphics, but I'm not going into. You've seen many things about the 5080, and I'm going to turn on some light, see if I can change the color balance a little bit. I'm going to turn on this light here. Okay. That's a little bit like it should be, all right? So there you have it. And you see it's 53, 51. It's going to get like 48, 49 when everything is cool. I ran a whole bunch of benchmarks. And let's see, what is, oh yeah, that's too much. Okay. So there you have it. Good looking case. Love the monitor. There we go. Everything is working good. I got my THX 2.1 speakers from Logitech. Everything is good. My dog's there by my side. So, thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. And here's some photos of the old RTX 4070 Super and the new RTX 5080, which you're looking at right now. And there you have it. The RTX 4070 on the left, the RTX 5080, the new one, on the right. A little bit bigger. It's still only 2 slots. I love the power extra speed that I got. I like the colors better than the black and white, even if this is the black motherboard. But everything looks good. Thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a nice day.